Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My fan's on. I don't know if you can hear. Exactly. I turned my gain way up on my mic, so I don't know if you can hear my fan or not. I just back. Maybe I started like 3 conversations. I finished, I think, 2.5 of them. Anyway, we're gonna do the Prestige Assault on Machine Shop 13 because we've done the Heart of Ice at some point. Gremlins are not very good about cleaning up their messes. Our recon knights will often stumble across what they believe to be a decommissioned gremlin weapons factory that are weapons factories that are still actively bustling with hostile constructs, and in some cases are even stocked with operational active war machines. Spiral HQ has ordered that whatever possible, these factories and the war machines are to be shut down for good and to avoid any future casualties. Alright, well, we are on our way to 50,000 prestige. We got a bit of ways to go, a couple of years worth actually, but it's on the to-do list, right? Just like everything else. Darn right, let's do it. Oh man, that's what happens when you open up the party. We have the ultimate combo, just like last time. Until I heat this bomb, you might see Satoruska. You might see it very, very often. Maybe. There, I turn my mic off for the rest of you that are listening. Let's do it. One more? Una más? You will see the power of the mountain that clambers down. Maybe. Anyway, just kidding. There are 3 of us. Nice costume, by the way. It beats my lonely gardener costume. I say lonely because it's so ridiculously ugly that I'm definitely going to be gardening by myself in my later years. But, you know, don't focus on that too much. Focus on the positive. Focus on what's going on right now. Right now, we have an awesome family. Actually, honestly, my wife does not go outside, and I actually, in the summertime, the heat of the summer, I'm kind of scared to bring my kids out too. Not because of you know, the fear of the outdoors. I actually love the outdoors. For some reason, I don't know why, but for some reason, the mosquitoes just love my wife. Like, she is literally and figuratively the sweetest thing in my life, and I guess to mosquitoes. They're apparently very attracted to her. So I'll go out, mow the lawn, do all the weeds, pull down the vines that are climbing. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Why can't you see anything? And I'll get like one bite. One bite. Yeah, that's it. I'm off. Oh, okay. I've had this happen before. Oh, jeez. And that's all I'll get. That's all that'll happen. And then she'll like come outside and say, "Hey, dinner's ready," and she'll have 3,000 bites on just her left arm because she put that outside the door when she was talking to me. But anyway, that's how it rolls, man. Some people are sweeter than others. I myself am apparently a very bitter individual. Come step into my ring of darkness. Or not, and I'll just slam you in the back of the head because you're very inept. I'm sticking with you, Krusty. Of course I'm off your screen. But you can see the power, you can feel the power of the mountain. Please. I did hit him with a backhand. He got hit with a handle. Oh, you. I just finished a Dreams and Nightmares episode with, or not really an episode. We're just kind of doing it, right? That's what you do. You Dreams and Nightmares. It's not like, sure, the level itself is randomly progressive. Dreams and Nightmares is like hit or miss. You can sometimes walk through the entirety of the floor, with the exception of the last arena, and basically just go, you know, without swinging a sword or firing a shot. Doesn't happen too often, but it does happen. Well, thank goodness we got our reward. I say that with a little bit of a bitterness. I'm still wondering. I see the updates. I do see them. Grey Havens, I see them. I just don't see them very often, and I don't know what they're doing. I hope that someday these cajillions and billions and trillions of green and blue minerals that we have, waiting for those like 4th and 5th sprites, they will come to fruition, and we will be just so happy when they do. Anyway. And my kids too, back to the mosquito thing, they just like they're susceptible to them. I don't know why. My youngest daughter is very allergic. Like, she'll get ginormous bites, and I'll just feel so bad for her. I'm like, oh, honey, I'm so sorry. Let's do something else. She'll be like, no, outside, outside, outside. She'll like repeat. If you repeat it over and over again, that's actually a thing in the Hebrew language. When you say something twice, 2 or 3 times, it's like for emphasis. Because when you think about it, kids do that a lot too as they're learning language. They have no other way to communicate. They cry, trying to get their point across, whatever their need is. What happens when you yell at them? Stop crying. Or they cry harder. They have no other way to communicate. And shame on you for not recognizing that. All of you that have kids. You know, maybe you will someday. That is something that's actually dying out in this in our secular privatized. Oh, we can get to level 9. It's a Christmas miracle. Mega Mike, you didn't take too much of our heat, and I really appreciate that. But like the whole family thing, and my wife actually brought it to me the other day. She was saying, you know, so back in the day, like I don't know, the 30s, before the whole birth control, like, you know, when people just have kids. Hold on. I know you guys like listening, but you know, me sniffing bugs me. So I had to get some of the disgusting stuff out of my nose. I figured you wouldn't want to hear that. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe there's some weird people on the internet. So anyway, my wife brought up, like, you know, people used to have like 30, 40 kids. I cannot even understand what just happened there. Krusty just obliterated those poor little techs. Mechs, whatever. But she's like, people used to have like 5 or 6 or 7 kids like all the time. And we have this book that I read because I was trying to gauge how to interact with the tiny people that are coming in my house. And I still do. Like, I have a couple books on like how to deal with teenagers. She's 6. But dude, this is like, if you're investing time in this kind of thing, you need to start now. If your wife's pregnant, start reading books on toddlers or something. You know what I mean? If you're going to have kids, read about how a birth works. Get ahead of the game. Studying, when they teach you how to do that in school, I mean, it's a nice template. I strongly recommend. Okay, we need to go. I strongly recommend using the skills they gave you there. It's studying outside of the school setting is for personal improvement. Past that. So anyway, studies, what I'm saying. So, what was I saying? Dude, I get lost on so many tangents. My brain just, before the first cup of coffee settles in, it's almost like a travesty. Anyway, you can always default back onto the game. Oh yeah, I know what I was talking about. Anyway, so the birth order book, right? You have certain types of mentalities for the first, second, third, middle child kind of deal. I just took a bit of damage there, and I probably didn't have to. But the, you need to go. Or maybe we need to go. Perfect. It's spot on. So so people used to have like a whole lot of kids, so you would have the strongest, variations of the, just did a moonwalk there pretty good. The firstborn and the lastborn, and then you get a whole bunch of middleborns. So that would be if you had a giant family, right? Well, now everybody's just having like 1 kid. 2 kids, maybe 3 kids if they're lucky. So you have so many middleborns. They used to say like the first should own the family business, the second should go to war, and the third should become a priest. Because the first one would be very instructionally based, and they will be good listeners, and they will just like they're the first. You have all your attention on them for even the first couple of moments of life, and it's just absolutely vital and affects them in certain ways. The secondborn will see that. And they will actually be the ones that walk faster. They'll be the ones that like talk faster because they're trying to play catch up. And the thirdborn will be the baby of the family. They'll be the one that wants to see everybody get along though, because they'll see the conflict in the between the first and the secondborn. So now we have a whole bunch of firstborns. We have a whole bunch of leaders, a whole bunch of only childs. You'll see the concept of the lonely only. You're the only child in the family. So you are very isolated. You're the social construct that a lot of other people will have as they grow up. It just won't be there for you. You know what? The mountain is falling very slow. They're just killing things before I can even take a swing. But that's okay. So now you have all these firstborns in this culture. You have all these lonely onlys, all these like maybe second childs who have to, you know, react and have knee-jerk reactions, except for other cultures, like, not cultures, but like, I'm talking about like the higher up, even the middle and the lower class. Like, it's very interesting now that it's coming up. This is after Generation X, seeing all these different generations interact. Now I gotta see if my mic's working to make sure I'm just not talking literally to my cat. He gave up sitting in my lap because I kicked him off. That's what you get for not wearing, or knowing that I don't have shorts on. Now, what's going on with this dude? Do you do anything? It's been a long time since I did the prestige missions. Is this some sort of bullet hell? I'm losing it, man. You gotta give me something. Is there another stage to you? Tells you how often I do prestiges. I'm just throwing out some guesswork here. Come on now. The mountain must feed. Here we are. There we go. We did some damage. So it's just something to think about, right? So that's not going to really dictate where the future goes. It's not going to help out the political world, which is just a abomination in as far as I'm concerned. It's not going to help out a lot, but it's just something to ponder from where we are to where we have been to where we are today. Because if you have a whole bunch of firstborns, a whole bunch of people that stand for something, that was awesome. That's all well and good, right? It's good to have people that stand for something, but when you have a bunch of people who you don't have any more followers in the mix, everyone wants to be a leader. That's like very prominent in our culture, and that could be, like, in all seriousness, a direct backlash on just people having fewer kids, man. Come on, Java. Don't. Oh my goodness. We forgot to heat our bomb. We were just rambling too much. You got radiance? Dude, you already won. You win the lottery. I have 100 more crowns. I would do a 1-for-1 trade in a heartbeat. Anyway, I hope you don't mind. I've taken these missions at liberty and have just kind of, you know, starting to put my let's jump in there. Trying to put my worldview. Oh, we gotta heat. Can't forget that. Anyway, my worldview up front there, because it is kind of. You can't forge when in the Colosseum. Oh my goodness. Oh, we kicked ourselves out. Darn it. Yep, it should be starting. Oh, we're such punks. We almost made it in. Now we're gonna have to wait like several minutes to get in. Maybe we might be able to play a match here in a minute. I don't know. So let's withdraw. Someone's probably gonna leave that one. Forge our crap. Double forge, please. Double level up. That would make me like the happiest kitten. No. Alright. Well, what are we doing? Heart of... Oh, dude, I don't have the time. I am so sorry. So one of the things I do have time for, that I make time for, I've actually taken cutting class time out. What's going on here? Oh yeah. Is my theological studies and studies in philosophy, and I'm not even kidding. So it's a lot of the findings that I'm having in this, I really want to, let's join them. I really want to, you know, pass it on. It's my desire to teach church eventually. Right now, and I understand the need for peer-reviewed education. That is something that I am working on personally, and so I take time off of class in the evenings so I can wake up earlier. That's why you hear me refer to, like, I'm literally waking up some days, depending upon what's going on, at 2 in the morning. Hello. Let's do this. Let's go. I see the guy with the key. Let's go. Dude, I love runs like this. Look at the tiny people. They're not, I mean, they're big in their own right, but they're still small, roughly, compared to everybody else. Anyway, come on, let's... Oh, what do you say? Oh, the guy. that does nothing but shock. He's the one that shocked you. Are we at tier 2? We are in tier 2. Okay, give me this beautiful remedy pill. Get out of my face. No one likes you. So the Birth Order book, it's just a mild thing, but it is it's just one of those one-offs. Is this like what? I've never seen this. Usually in the other tiers, it's a different type of it's just. Oh yeah, you got it, man. Let's see here. Anyway. So, one of the things, if you don't read, which I would strongly encourage you to do, anybody who's listening, reading is good. You have to. I used to like only read fantasy novels for like Forgotten Realms, Drizzt Stewart, and this dude has. We like reading about the fantastical stuff. This swordsman fights mages and wins. I love that stuff. The guys use magical powers. I love games like that too, where you're just like. The hero fighting against this supernatural type entity, because it's all controlled by man. Oh, yeah, just beat him in the head with a key. You got it. Come on, come after me or him. I don't think I've seen this room ever. That's what happens when you come to the Clockworks, man. I don't think we'll be able to do a whole session here, but we'll stick with it as long as we can. And of course we get hit by one of the 3 things. It's actually there. I'm coming to help. Got it. Sataruska. Oh, hello there, Mr. Auto Turret Kit. I'm coming. Behold the power of a mountain. Have you guys seen a mountain this big in your lives? I don't think so. We need to go north. Nope. There's loot this way. I need to heat my bomb or I would be of little care. I'll keep it open, don't worry. Maybe. Angels of Exceeds? Who else we got here? Video Game Freaks? That sounds great. I mean, I'm on the Super Dream team. Who else we have? Legoland? So these are all... I mean, Legoland's a fairly oldish guild. Lego's the current awesome streamer who's giving away all... Like, that's one of the things that you need to do. Speaking of books that you've read, I think I actually mentioned this in another video, so I apologize. But, like, there's one book on my to-do list. Actually, there's, like... I'm gonna count them up. There's literally 30 sitting over there in the bookshelf. I have a small section dedicated to books that I have on reserve. Like my wife got me Lord of the Rings. I need to read that book. I think it's just one of those things. I also have a Greek lexicon and Concordia. I think that's also very important. But it's on my to-do list. There's other stuff. No, there's no way. Sorry, I jumped back into the game conversation for a minute. So anyway, the book Success versus Significance, very like it's very relevant, and that's one of them. Legoland, I think, is one of the most, I believe, one of the wealthiest players in the game. I'm not I don't run on, I don't follow the whole merking aspect of it. And I do realize, and I do find it one of my faults, that I had never really invested time into investing in myself, which is kind of a fallacy. You should, if you should invest in yourself and your education and all that in this game. And we missed something. There it is. Oh, let's do a danger room. Let's get some, boys. The Sadruska does not care what enemies are in it. Hopefully it's not the Fiend one. I believe it's the Slime one. Just shock slimes. Well, we'll find out here in a minute. Let's go, boys. Yes, you are. You are ready. We are all ready. Come on now. Get a taste. Blah blah. Oh, I was so ineffective. let's just straight up swing the sword, man. Oh no, and we'll just knock them into the drink there so they can get their ultra charged power combo. That's somehow it. Oh, we're playing on the EU server. I just noticed this. But anyway, you spend a lot of time, like, after you get all this wealth and you amass, and you realize you're one of the wealthiest people in the game, or planet Earth, or whatever. I mean, what are you going to do? Where do you go from there when wealth doesn't really matter as much? But you got to ask yourself that. And when you do, hopefully you try to choose the route of significance. I would like to think, I hope. Because you got to take that wealth, that gift, because that is a gift that's been given to you. There are so many circumstantial things that can get in the way of wealth. That even just well, first off, just living in this wealthy country is amazing. But after the fact, it's a nice death mark. After the fact, just being like one of the wealthiest in the wealthy country, or even in a game, because you can take that wealth in a game, like Lego's. Taking the wealth in the game that he's invested some awesome time into, which is just it's good. I'm happy for him. And he's trying to like do the stream thing, and that's really cool. I think, you know, taking one success and trying to transpose into another. That goes along with the concept. Excuse me, I did not dash apparently. That goes along with the concept that you need to. It takes money to make money, right? You leave my little. Sometimes, man. You gonna charge your sword? Don't stand so close to me. Stop eating up my poor little turret. He needs to live. He needs to shoot. Beautiful. Well done, team. What's left? Besides me knocking. Oh, these guys into the drink. I'm so sorry. I'll get better someday, I swear. Anyway. Let's continue on here. I think we'll get to the terminal in this stop. That is next floor, right? Oh, wow. Yeah, it's about time for me to keep going and working on that. Playing right before work, like this is one of my USA moments of the day. Doing the Clockworks. Lockdown, that's a different beast, and I like to binge it on hardcore weekends. I do understand the, yeah, man. I do understand the, like, top platinum, zero chill, and everything, posting about the, that thing on the AT thread, and I get it. And I just don't agree with AT, straight up. Because, maybe one of these days, I'll show you what AT Griffin does to people, and, that's the biggest reason. I feel dirty doing it, so I don't think I'm gonna. It's just not in me, man. Doing something I swore off. It kind of goes against like who I am and what I want to do. Tell me what you want. Make it funny with the money that you got. Anyway, sorry. The Beastie Boys just hit my brain. Are we terminal? That's right. I live for that kind of stuff, brother. I live for it. I'm glad we got to go down here and help people out, man. That's actually what I live for. In this game, anyway. Besides, like, you know, heating items here and there, you might, you know, make any experience. Build up another player. There's nothing wrong with that. It actually helps others out when you're not so you know, self-driven, self-oriented. You take the self out of self. So, like, self is the hyphenated word that actually destroys our culture. You take a break, take a breather, and invest in the next generation. So what happens if you're totally self-oriented? Well, why have kids? And there you go. You just ended the human race. If you have everybody, you know, with that kind of mentality. We're going to go down to the treasure vault. How can we? It's got to be a treasure vault, because we said it is. Cat. Yes, I love you. I love you. You're putting your paws on my bare leg. I need you to come up or come down, or you coming up? Come on. You have to fully jump. Claw on your way up here is not gonna cut it. Con the Destroyer. I love you. All right, are we going? can't. I got 60. That's 4 away from Bob's theory. We're not going? Hello? Oh, God. Sneak attack cat. Wow, woof. I'm a vampire dog. Anyway, invest in yourself is all I'm saying. I'll give this like a minute. Anyway, I can finish my rant. Which I forget what I was talking about. Because, dude, I felt my cat's paws. This is Cora, not Cora. What's your I keep forgetting your name. But you're on my banner. Oh, nice. Someone else joined. The legendary Ace. Too late. I think we'll just end it there because I gotta get ready and all that good stuff. So thank you for enjoying my USA moment. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. I hope you're enjoying my rants here and there. I'll share a little bit more with the I like bringing truth and philosophy in here. So my concept on truth and how evil cannot exist without good. It's not a balance. It's not a yin yang. Maybe I'll go into that at some point. But there is a good bit to be said about truth and philosophy and the search it up, and then bringing it back to reality, right? So, what does truth and light? What is that kind of? Well, if we can get this guy over here in 2 seconds, yes. Doesn't matter. You still like and subscribe right now, even if you didn't yet. Oh my goodness. It's a struggle every time. If it's treasure ball, we're going in. Treasure vault. Treasure vault. I know, cat. It's a trick combo. I'm not doing this. No, thank you. Well, I mean, tier 2 stuff is not so bad. So anyway. You gotta bring it back. Any philosophy you have, whether it be the law of both hands, or the law of non-contradiction, or the law of excluded middle, or any other law. I don't know if you can hear. Oh yeah, I have myself muted. Good. You can't they're good and well to think about, but you have to bring it back to reality. Like, what's the point of even following those laws? But I'll leave that for next time, maybe. So, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.